Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Everyday English. I'm Emma, and with me today is the amazing Jack. Hi, Jack. How are you doing?
Hi, Emma. I'm great. Thanks for asking. It's always fun to be here with you and our listeners. And I'm really excited about today's topic because it's something so many learners tell me they struggle with, even after years of studying.
Same here. In fact, one of my students told me last week, Emma, I've watched hundreds of English videos. I read news articles. I even dream in English sometimes. But when I try to speak, my throat closes up. Does that sound familiar to anyone listening?
Absolutely. You know the words, you've heard them before, maybe even used them in your head, but as soon as you open your mouth, your mind goes blank. It's frustrating, isn't it? You can watch a show like Friends and understand almost every joke, but if someone asks you a simple question like, "What did you do this weekend?" you freeze. Your heart races, your palms sweat, and you just say nothing, even though you went hiking, cooked pasta, and called your grandma.
Exactly. It's like you're watching the language from the outside, not actually using it. You're a spectator, not a player. But here's the good news. This is totally normal. Almost every learner goes through the stage, and you can move past it. In fact, this silent period is part of how our brains process a new language. You're not broken, you're preparing.
Yes, and that's why we're here. We'll look at why this happens and, more importantly, give you real, practical tips to start speaking, even if you're nervous, shy, or feel not ready yet. Because guess what? You don't need to be ready. You just need to start.
So, Jack, let's start with the big question. Why is it so hard to speak when you already understand quite a bit?
Great question, Emma. The key thing to remember is this. Listening and speaking are two different skills. Listening is passive. You take in information and your brain figures it out. You have time to think, rewind, pause. But speaking, that's active. You have to find the right words, put them in the right order, pronounce them clearly, and respond, all in just a few seconds. It's like mental gymnastics under pressure.
That's such a good point. It's like watching someone ride a bike versus actually getting on the bike yourself. Watching helps, but you only learn by doing. And the truth is, most language courses focus too much on knowing English, not using it.
Exactly. Think about it. In school, you probably spent hours filling in grammar blanks or translating sentences, but how many times did you actually speak for 5 full minutes without stopping? Not many, right? And when you study alone, it's easy to skip speaking because it feels awkward. But that's where the magic happens, when you push through that awkwardness.
Another big reason is fear. Many learners are scared of making mistakes, of saying something wrong, sounding silly, or being misunderstood. Some people even worry that others will laugh at their accent, so they stay quiet to avoid embarrassment. But silence doesn't protect you, it keeps you stuck.
But the truth is, mistakes are part of learning. Even native speakers make mistakes. They say forget words, mix up names. Last week, I heard a British news anchor say tomato instead of potato live on TV. And you know what? No one cared. People care about your message, not your perfect grammar. Every error you make is actually helping you learn faster. Think of it like training wheels. You need them to get started. Without falling a few times, you'd never learn to balance.
And sometimes it's not even about knowledge, it's about confidence. You might know more than you think, but you just don't believe you're good enough to speak yet. Maybe you compare yourself to fluent speakers online and feel discouraged. But remember, those people were once beginners too. They just kept going.
So let's talk solutions. What can you do starting today to become a more confident speaker?
First, start tiny. Don't aim for perfect conversations. Just say one sentence. Good morning. I like coffee. It's raining. These small phrases build your confidence step by step. Try this. Every morning, say one English sentence out loud while looking in the mirror. It sounds simple, but it rewires your brain to associate speaking with safety, not fear.
Yes, and practice every day, even for just 10 minutes. It's better to speak a little each day than to wait for the perfect moment. Consistency is your best friend. Think of your speaking skill like a plant. It needs daily water, not one huge flood once a month.
If you can, find a language partner, online or in person. Apps like Tandem or HelloTalk are great for this. But if you can't, no problem. Talk to yourself. Seriously. Say what you're doing. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm cooking pasta. I'm going to work. Or describe your feelings. I'm tired but happy. This coffee is delicious. This builds real speaking habits without pressure.
And remember, focus on being understood, not perfect. You don't need fancy words. Simple English is strong English. I want water is better than staying silent because you forgot the word beverage. In real life, people use short, clear sentences, not textbook perfection.
Also, listen carefully to how native speakers talk, their rhythm, their sounds, their short phrases like, yeah, sure, or not really. Try to copy them. This is called shadowing, and it really helps with fluency. Start with 30-second clips from YouTube or podcasts. Pause, repeat, record yourself, and compare.
And surround yourself with English. Watch short videos, listen to songs, read simple stories. But here's a tip: don't just consume, interact. After watching a scene, pause and say what happened in your own words. Sing along to a song, even if you're off key. Read a paragraph, then close the book and retell it aloud. Turn passive time into active practice.
Now, let's get practical. Here are a few easy exercises you can try this week.
Try role playing everyday situations. Pretend you're at a cafe. Can I have a tea, please? Is there sugar? How much is it? Or at the airport. Where's the baggage claim? My flight was delayed. Do you speak English? Practice these out loud, even if no one's listening. Record yourself and play it back. You'll be surprised how natural you sound.
Or look at a photo and describe it. There's a man with a red hat. He's walking a dog. The sky is cloudy. There are children playing near the fountain. Keep it simple. Use there is, there are, present continuous, basic adjectives. Do this for just 2 minutes a day. It builds vocabulary in context.
Tell a mini story about your day. This morning, I woke up late. I missed the bus, but I got coffee, so it's okay. Or make up a silly one. Yesterday, my cat wore sunglasses and drove a scooter. Use words you know. Don't worry about grammar perfection. Fluency comes before accuracy.
And practice answering basic questions. Where are you from? What's your job? Do you like movies? What's your favorite food? Prepare short answers and say them until they feel automatic. Then add one extra detail. I'm from Mexico. I work as a teacher. I love action movies, especially Marvel films.
And finally, try shadowing. Play a short clip from a podcast or YouTube video, pause after each sentence and repeat it exactly as you hear it. Start with slow speakers like BBC Learning English or Easy English. Over time, your mouth will learn the dance of English sounds.
And above all, be kind to yourself. Progress takes time. Celebrate small wins. Today, I said thank you in English, or I asked a question without translating first. Keep a win journal. Write down one speaking success every day, no matter how small.
Don't compare yourself to others. Your journey is yours alone. Social media shows highlight reels, not the stumbles, the silence, the frustration behind the scenes. Remember, every fluent speaker once stood where you are now. Nervous, quiet, but trying. And not trying, that's courage.
So keep going. Speak even if your voice shakes. Make mistakes. They mean you're growing. And most of all, enjoy the process. Language is connection, not perfection. One day, you'll realize you didn't translate that thought, you just spoke it, and that day will feel like magic.
If you liked this episode, please subscribe, share it with a friend who's learning English, and leave us a comment. Tell us, what's one English sentence you'll say today? We read every single comment, and your words might inspire someone else to speak too.
Thanks so much for listening. Keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and happy learning.
Goodbye, everyone.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jack, and I'm thrilled to have you here for another session.
And I'm Emma. It's great to see you all. Today, we have a very special episode planned. We are tackling a huge milestone, the first day at the office.
That's right. Walking into a new building, meeting new faces, it can be pretty stressful, right?
Absolutely. But it's also an exciting opportunity. In this lesson, we're going to listen to a realistic conversation between a new employee and his manager.
Exactly. We will break down every single sentence, look at the grammar, the vocabulary, and most importantly, the tone you need to succeed.
So sit back, relax, and let's get you ready to make a fantastic first impression. Here comes the dialogue.
Good morning. You're David, right? The new marketing associate?
Good morning. Yes, that's me. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'm Sarah, the team lead. Welcome aboard. We're so happy to have you join us.
Thank you, Sarah. I've been looking forward to this all week.
Glad to hear it. How was your commute this morning?
It was actually surprisingly smooth. No traffic at all.
That's lucky. Mondays can be tough. Let me show you to your workstation.
Sounds good. I'm ready to get started.
Here we are. This is your desk. You have a view of the park.
Wow, this is excellent. Much better than my old office.
I thought you might like it. Here are your login details on this sheet.
Perfect. Should I log in right now?
Yes, please give it a try. Let me know if you get an error.
Okay, typed it in, and I'm in. It works perfectly.
Fantastic. Any questions so far?
Not at the moment. I think I just need to get organized.
Take your time. I'm just over there if you need anything.
Thanks, Sarah. I appreciate it.
All right, that was a smooth start for David. Let's dive deep into the analysis. Speaker 1, start us off with the greeting.
Sure. Sarah starts with, "Good morning. You're David, right?" Notice she uses the structure, "You are name, right?" This is a confirmation question. It is very confident but polite.
Yes, adding right at the end turns a statement into a question. It invites the other person to agree. It's much friendlier than asking, "Are you David?" like a police officer.
Exactly. Then David replies with, "Yes, that's me. It's a pleasure to meet you." "That's me" is a very natural, slightly informal way to confirm your identity. And "it's a pleasure to meet you" is a classic professional phrase. It's slightly more formal than just "nice to meet you."
Right. If you want to sound professional on your first day, "it's a pleasure" is a winning phrase. Then Sarah says, "I'm Sarah, the team lead. Welcome aboard."
I love the phrase "welcome aboard." This is an idiom. Originally used for ships or planes, in business it means welcome to the team or welcome to the company. It makes you feel like you are part of a crew.
It creates a sense of belonging immediately. Then Sarah adds, "We're so happy to have you join us." This uses the present simple, "we are happy," showing a general state of feeling. It's warm and inclusive.
David responds with, "Thank you, Sarah. I've been looking forward to this all week." This is a fantastic grammar point. I have been looking forward to. This is the present perfect continuous tense.
Oh, the dreaded grammar, but it's simple here. It means the feeling started in the past, last week, and continued up until this very moment. It shows consistent enthusiasm.
Exactly. Use this phrase to show you are eager. I've been looking forward to meeting you.
Moving on, Sarah asks a small talk question. How was your commute this morning?
Commute is the noun for your journey from home to work. It's a very common topic for small talk. David answers, "It was actually surprisingly smooth."
Smooth here doesn't mean the road surface. It means easy, without problems or delays. And surprisingly adds a nice touch. It implies he expected traffic, but it was better than expected.
Sarah agrees. That's lucky. Mondays can be tough. Then she shifts to business. "Let me show you to your workstation."
"Let me show you to" is a polite way of saying, "Follow me. I will take you there." And workstation is just a professional word for desk or cubicle.
David says, "Sounds good. I'm ready to get started." Sounds good is a quick way to agree, and ready to get started shows initiative. Employers love hearing this.
Definitely. They arrive at the desk. Sarah says, "Here we are. This is your desk. You have a view of the park."
Here we are is a set phrase used when you arrive at a destination with someone. It signals the end of the walking and the beginning of the next step.
David reacts positively. "Wow, this is excellent. Much better than my old office."
Comparison is useful here. Much better than emphasizes his satisfaction. It's a compliment to the new company.
Sarah is pleased. "I thought you might like it. Here are your login details on this sheet."
Login details refers to your username and password. Sarah uses the phrase, "I thought you might like it," which shows she was thoughtful about where she put him.
David asks a practical question. "Perfect. Should I log in right now?" He uses "should I" to ask for permission or instruction. It's polite and deferential.
Sarah confirms, "Yes, please give it a try. Let me know if you get an error." Give it a try is a common idiom meaning attempt it, and let me know is the standard business way to say tell me.
David types in, "Okay," typed it in, and I'm in. It works perfectly. "I'm in" is informal slang for "I have successfully logged into the system."
Finally, Sarah asks, "Fantastic. Any questions so far?"
So far means up to this point in time. It's a great way to check for understanding.
David replies with, "Not at the moment. I think I just need to get organized."
"Not at the moment" leaves the door open for later questions.
Sarah concludes nicely, "Take your time. I'm just over there if you need anything."
Take your time means there is no rush. It relieves pressure.
And David ends with gratitude. "Thanks, Sarah. I appreciate it."
"I appreciate it" is stronger and more sincere than just "thank you." Great analysis. Now, listeners, it's your turn.
We are going to play the dialogue one more time. Close your eyes and listen carefully.
Try to shadow the speakers. Repeat after them. Let's go.
Good morning. You're David, right? The new marketing associate?
Good morning. Yes, that's me. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'm Sarah, the team lead. Welcome aboard. We're so happy to have you join us.
Thank you, Sarah. I've been looking forward to this all week.
Glad to hear it. How was your commute this morning?
It was actually surprisingly smooth. No traffic at all.
That's lucky. Mondays can be tough. Let me show you to your workstation.
Sounds good. I'm ready to get started.
Here we are. This is your desk. You have a view of the park.
Wow, this is excellent. Much better than my old office.
I thought you might like it. Here are your login details on this sheet.
Perfect. Should I log in right now?
Yes, please give it a try. Let me know if you get an error.
Okay, typed it in, and I'm in. It works perfectly.
Fantastic. Any questions so far?
Not at the moment. I think I just need to get organized.
Take your time. I'm just over there if you need anything.
Thanks, Sarah. I appreciate it.
And there you have it, a successful first morning for David.
We hope this script gives you the tools you need. Remember, the key is confidence.
Practice these lines. Use them in front of a mirror.
If you enjoyed this lesson, please like and subscribe.
And tell us in the comments, what are you most nervous about on your first day?
Thanks for tuning in. Stay positive and go get that dream job.
See you in the next episode. Bye for now. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Speak and Listen English. I'm Emma, and as always, I'm absolutely thrilled to be here with you all today.
Hi, Emma, and hello to our wonderful listeners. I'm Jack, and I'm excited for another engaging and practical English learning session.
Absolutely, Jack. Today we're exploring a powerful technique that can truly enhance your English speaking abilities. It's called shadowing.
Shadowing? That sounds fascinating. Emma, could you share with our listeners what exactly this technique involves?
Of course, Jack. Shadowing is essentially listening to a piece of English audio and simultaneously repeating it aloud, trying to match the original speaker as closely as possible in pronunciation, rhythm, and timing. Imagine your voice flowing right behind the speaker's voice, like its shadow.
Ah, I understand now. So we listen carefully and then immediately echo back what we hear, matching the same speed, melody, and expression.
Precisely. It's like being a thoughtful mimic with a clear purpose. This isn't just mindless repetition, it's about absorbing the musicality, the precise sounds, and the natural flow of authentic English speech.
That makes perfect sense. It seems like a wonderfully dynamic approach to language practice. Before we dive deeper into the method, Emma, should we give our listeners a quick reminder about supporting the show?
You're absolutely right, Jack. Before we continue, if you're enjoying our podcast and finding these lessons valuable, we'd be so grateful if you could subscribe to Speak and Listen English. Your subscription helps us connect with more language learners around the world. And if this episode resonates with you, please show your appreciation by liking or rating it. It truly makes a difference to us.
Yes, thank you so much. And if you have any questions or reflections about shadowing or other English learning strategies, we'd love to hear from you in the comments section. Your insights and experiences always inspire us. All right, Emma, let's return to shadowing. What makes this technique particularly effective for English learners?
Well, Jack, shadowing delivers benefits on multiple fronts. First and foremost, it significantly improves pronunciation. By striving to replicate a speaker's exact sounds, you develop a heightened awareness of how English words truly sound, which often differs quite dramatically from their spelling.
That's incredibly true. English spelling can sometimes be quite unpredictable and misleading for learners.
Exactly. Shadowing helps you move beyond the written form and tune directly into the spoken reality of the language. Secondly, it sharpens your listening comprehension skills. To shadow accurately, you must listen with intense focus and process sounds rapidly, training your ear to catch subtle details.
So it's essentially a simultaneous workout for both your listening abilities and your speaking muscles.
Beautifully put. Thirdly, shadowing helps you internalize the natural rhythm, stress patterns, and intonation of English. Native speakers rarely talk in a flat, robotic tone. They use rises and falls in pitch, emphasis on certain syllables, and varied pacing to express meaning and emotion. Shadowing allows you to absorb these patterns intuitively.
That's such an important observation, Emma. Intonation and rhythm are often challenging to learn from textbooks alone. They really need to be heard and felt.
Absolutely. And finally, consistent shadowing practice builds fluency. By repeatedly speaking alongside a fluent speaker, you train your mouth and brain to form English phrases more automatically, reducing hesitation and creating smoother, more confident speech.
Wow, shadowing really does offer comprehensive benefits. So how can our listeners begin practicing this technique themselves? What should their first steps be?
The very first step is selecting appropriate audio material to shadow. Ideally, choose content that matches your current level or is just slightly challenging. If the material is too advanced, it may lead to frustration rather than progress.
What types of audio would you recommend for beginners, Emma?
There are many excellent options. Short podcasts created specifically for English learners are ideal because presenters typically speak clearly and at a manageable pace. You might also use brief clips from English language films or television programs featuring speakers with crisp, understandable pronunciation. Audiobooks can work wonderfully too, especially when you have access to the written text to follow along.
Having the transcript available does sound extremely helpful, particularly when you're new to shadowing.
It really is. With a transcript, you can read along as you listen and shadow, which strengthens the connection between written words and their actual sounds. It also helps you catch any words or phrases you might have missed during listening.
So step 1, find suitable audio material, preferably with a transcript available. What comes next?
Step 2 involves listening to a brief segment, perhaps 1 or 2 sentences, without attempting to shadow yet. Just focus on understanding the general meaning and getting comfortable with the speaker's voice and pace.
I see. So we take a moment to absorb the content before jumping into repetition. That seems like a smart approach.
Exactly. Then, step 3 is when you actually begin shadowing. Replay that same short segment and try to speak simultaneously with the audio, matching the speaker's pronunciation, rhythm, and expression as closely as you can. Don't worry about perfection at first. Just aim to flow along with the speaker and capture the overall musicality of the speech.
So we're aiming to become a vocal shadow, moving in perfect sync with the original voice.
That's a perfect description. Step 4 is repetition. Return to that same short segment multiple times. With each repetition, you'll likely notice new details, the way certain consonants are softened, how words connect in natural speech, or subtle changes in pitch you hadn't caught before. This repeated exposure is where real learning happens.
Absolutely. Repetition truly is the mother of skill, especially in language acquisition. Then step 5 would be gradually expanding the length of what you shadow, moving from single sentences to longer phrases and eventually full paragraphs as your confidence grows.
Exactly right. This gradual progression builds both skill and self-assurance. Step 6 involves recording your own shadowing attempts and comparing them to the original audio.
That takes courage. Many people feel uncomfortable hearing their own voice recorded.
It can feel awkward at first, but it's remarkably valuable. When you listen back, you might discover pronunciation habits or intonation patterns you weren't consciously aware of, giving you precise areas to improve. And remember, these recordings are for your eyes and ears only. No one else needs to hear them.
That's reassuring. It becomes a personal feedback tool rather than something to feel judged about.
Precisely. And the 7th and final step is perhaps the most important. Practice with patience and persistence. Shadowing is a skill that develops gradually. You won't sound exactly like a native speaker after one session, but with consistent effort, even just 10 or 15 minutes several times a week, you will notice meaningful improvements in how naturally and confidently you speak English.
To summarize our steps, choose appropriate audio, listen first without repeating, shadow short segments while matching the speaker, repeat those segments multiple times, gradually increase length, record yourself for self-assessment, and maintain patient consistency. That's an excellent roadmap, Emma. I hope our listeners feel encouraged to try it. Now, Jack, do you have any additional tips to help learners get the most from their shadowing practice?
I do indeed. First tip, pay close attention to the physical aspects of speech. Notice how native speakers shape their mouths, position their tongues, and control their breath. Even if you can't see them, try to imagine and replicate those movements. This physical awareness dramatically improves pronunciation.
That's an insightful tip, Emma. Language really is something we feel in our bodies as much as in our minds.
Exactly. Second tip, when you're beginning, don't get stuck trying to understand every single word. Early shadowing is primarily training your ear and mouth to work together. You can always look up unfamiliar vocabulary after your practice session. Keeping the flow interrupted is more important at this stage.
That's so important. Many learners pause or hesitate when they encounter an unknown word, which breaks the rhythm. It's far better to keep moving with the audio and address comprehension questions afterward.
Absolutely. Third tip, explore different audio sources. Try educational podcasts, news broadcasts, casual interviews, audiobooks with expressive narrators, or even carefully selected